Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So guys, I'm coming on. It is Talk About It Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday and I'm talking about it. And I'm doing some stuff in my bedroom, getting Jenny ready for moving tomorrow. So I'm getting all her clothes together and getting it in putting it in a big suitcase. Getting all her clothes together and situating some. I want to leave some here and some the majority of her clothes go to her new home, but she's going to be coming here on and off and stuff, and I want to leave some stuff here as well. So that's what I'm doing. So what I'm talking about today is this hairdo. Oh, and that's my husband calling, and I'll be right back. Yeah, my husband. So yeah, talk about this hair. It's fluffy. It's crazy today. I don't know, whatever. So yesterday was a very, very, very emotional day, guys. Very emotional day. I don't know if this is going to fit Jen. It might. Like I told you guys, it was a rough day, but it was okay. You know, I had a talk with the lady the manager lady at Jenny's group home, and you know, there's a lot of things about the whole thing that are unknown, and that's what was kind of giving me stress, because I don't know certain things, and then how could I? You know, I don't live there. I don't know how they run the house exactly, and how everything works and all of that. So, I wrote her a list out because I wanted to make sure that Jennifer, well, I needed to ask them because she's moving in on Wednesday, and so Thursday and Friday she has programs, so she'll need lunches for those 2 days. I wasn't sure if they had gone to the store yet or they even knew what Jennifer really eats, so I wanted to ask her about that. And she said, well, and I said, well, how about I write a list in case they go? She was saying that they had some stuff in the house or whatever. But she said, write a food store list out of the things that, you know, that you would want or whatever. So I wrote a list. Now, I wrote a list of what she has for lunches. I wrote her snacks down, what she eats for dinners, and just what she eats and stuff. So she called me up and she's like, I don't know if you really understand how this works, she goes. I said, well, I don't know how it works. I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you. She goes, oh, because the list is really long. She goes, we can't go and get all this stuff on the list. I said, no, that's not what I was saying. That's not what I want you to do. You're asking me what Jennifer eats, so I'm writing all the stuff down that Jennifer eats. Doesn't mean you have to go to the store and buy every single one of those things. So she wanted to make sure that I understood, and I wanted to I needed to understand. You know, so I said, no, of course not. These are the things on the list that her likes and her dislikes, and the things that she eats on a regular basis, that she's used to, that she likes. These are just the things. So there has to be a really, 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 really good communication, because if there's not, a lot of things can be like misinterpreted, can be taken the wrong way. So that's really, really important. And one thing about this lady that I'm so, so happy about is she's very, very, very outgoing, very communicative, very, on everything. And that's what I need, because you have to understand, I've been a helicopter mom. I've been helicoptering, policing Jennifer for 34 years, okay? Extra because of her disability. Not just even a normal, parent-child relationship and interactions. It's different. It's a lot different. So I said to her, I just want to understand and just, know what's going on and know, because I don't know what it's about. So I had to ask her a lot of questions. So I asked her questions, do you buy, she was telling me that they buy all the same, when they go food shopping, they put all their monies together. They put all their monies together, and they do one big food shopping. So let's say Jennifer wants Teddy Grahams for her snack. They buy enough Teddy Grahams for everybody, because all their money pulls together, all their stuff goes together. But if there's something specific that Jennifer wants and she only wants it, like if I've sent something from home or I buy her something, we can put Jennifer's name on it, and she said it will never be bothered, it will never be touched. So we can do that if we want to. But everything in the house is shared, and I'm a little nervous about that because I don't know how Jennifer is going to be with that, honestly, because Jenny's really a little possessive when it comes to her disability and it comes to her food and eating and all that. So that scares me a little bit, but I think it will be okay. I think she'll be giving, and she'll, as long as she has what she wants and she needs when she wants it, or whatever, on a reasonable thing, we'll see. I think it'll all be fine. But it's all a learning curve, and I felt a lot better after I spoke to her, because you just need to really keep communication open, and they know from the get-go that I'm a helicopter mom. I'm going to be a helicopter mom. I don't know forever, maybe for the first couple of years. I don't know. I'm going to be on it, and I think I'll always kind of be like that. And Julie, will always be in there in her life, which we want to be. We don't, but there's a fine line. So, and that will come with being more, with more time going by, trusting them, seeing their routines, and implementing her acclimating to their routines, and like they have a certain menu that they go by, which I assume that would probably mean like a protein, a starch, a vegetable or fruit or whatever. I think because there's a dietitian there, dietitian goes over the stuff, and they monitor them, they make sure they don't gain a lot of weight, and they just don't want them to eat a lot of sugar, and all of that. So that might be a little bit of an issue, because Jennifer here really has free reign. She wants 2 ice creams. No, most of the time I let her have 2 ice creams. If she wants another helping of food, usually I let her have another helping of food. So they're going to set limits a little bit in that way, but there is leniency, and there also is flexibility, and there is, they have to do certain things and buy certain things and all of that, but they will accommodate. They work really hard, she said, to accommodate the girls and to get them what they want and what they, of course, what they need and all that, But it's a state, and there are certain criteria, and there are certain things that they can and can't do or whatever. And like the dietitian supposedly doesn't want them drinking apple juice because it has a lot of sugar in it. But Jennifer takes apple juice for lunch every day. 1 pouch of apple juice she drinks every day. And I said to the lady, she's going to have apple juice. So she said she was going to mention it to the dietitian or whatever, but I got news for you. She can have 1 apple juice a day. It's not going to kill her. It's an apple juice. She doesn't live on apple juice. She drinks water. The majority of her drinking is water. So, so little things like that have to be tweaked and have to be communicated and all of that. Certain things like they don't always buy the same menstrual kind of sanitary napkins and stuff. Jennifer likes a certain kind, and these are little things that are little things, but they're big things to somebody who has a disability and who is very regimented and very routine and knows what they like and knows what feels good to them. Everything is sensory, you know what I mean? So I said, well, if worse comes to worse, if you can't get the ones that she likes, I'll buy them, and I'll just buy them for her. I don't care. I don't have to be reimbursed. They said I can get, the state will reimburse me, but I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll buy that for her. And if there's ever a food that they can't afford, that they can't have, that she wants or whatever, she can have it over here at my house, or I can send it over there, and it'll just be hers. Whatever is hers, like that I send over there, or whatever, she write her name on it, and nobody will bother it. So whatever is just hers will be just hers. But as far as the money for the food for the house, it all goes in one pile, and they all go shopping, and they all do one big shopping. And they have a stock of certain things that they use a lot, obviously, soaps, and they do all of that. Like Jennifer doesn't have to get her own stuff. they have toothpaste. They had the only thing will have to get they'll get her is deodorant. All the necessary, yes, all the necessary um, um, health stuff. All the necessary body stuff that you need to take care of yourself. They provide. Okay, the state provides with the money that they get. So a lot of questions were answered. I was very, very stressed out this morning because I just didn't. There was a lot I didn't know, and you have to, guys. One thing I want to stress on this video is you have to ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, you won't know anything. If you don't inquire, you won't know anything. There's things I found out today, Jennifer. They didn't even know it. The one of her programs didn't even know that she was going to the house tomorrow. So on Thursday, Friday, they would have just been here at my house picking her up. I mean, really, people, get it together. So you have to just really, really, really be an advocate for your child, regardless if they have disabilities or whatever. There are definitely times when you have to step back when they become an adult and all of that. But you have to really be a helicopter person, because this world, you can't expect anything, especially today. Nobody does their job. I'm not saying nobody, okay. Sometimes people don't do their job. Sometimes you just really have to watch, You have to watch and listen and just be aware of what's going on around you, and just, and I think I'm really sensitive to that because I have been since Jennifer was born, so it's always been a thing where I always had to advocate, and I always, had to be on guard, and, always kind of expecting the worst, and all of that. So I think that helps. That makes me a little bit more maybe cynical and maybe a little bit more defensive, you know what I mean? But I want to have a really, really good relationship with her manager, which I already do. Very, very sweet lady, very compassionate. She made me feel very good about, Jennifer acclimating. Jennifer will be okay, and she'll, it'll take some time, but she'll get into a routine, and, she's going to be very happy here, and she's perfect for the house, and, and all that. So it made me feel a lot better, because, it's essentially like just throwing like an infant into a daycare center and saying, well, you just figure out what she likes and what her needs are. When you have a disabled child who's very vulnerable, and adult, even if they're an adult, it's a lot of worry. They're very vulnerable. You have to worry much more than you do a child that just goes out into the world that has all their senses and all their normalcies. You have to. And if you have a disabled child, or a child with learning disabilities, with anxieties, with some stuff, you know what I'm talking about, okay? It's not easy being a parent of a child that doesn't have any issues, or that just has normal issues, never mind having issues that you have to worry about. So, but she's very compassionate, and so far I like the people there. Supposedly the house is amazing, the staff's amazing. The staff that I have met so far I really like. And if there's something that I don't like or I'm not happy with, I will communicate it. And I want to communicate it in a way where there's never any hard feelings or anything, because I need to be able to put my head on the pillow at night and know that Jenny's safe and that she'll be treated well and all of that, which is really good too, because Jennifer is very vocal. And I know she'll tell me, and I will ask her, and we will find out what goes on, And so there's many times in my life, in Jenny's 34 years, that we had to advocate for her, and to stick up for her, or to speak up for her, or whatever. But I'm really trying to encourage her, and they're trying to encourage her as well to speak up for herself. Like, whenever you say something, they say Jennifer. Like, they don't say, like they said, call when Jennifer is going to be here. Like, not call when you're going to get there. Call before Jennifer. So everything, they're encouraged. They're gonna support Jennifer in every independent way she can be supported, and be most independent as she can be, helping her, supporting her, not doing everything for her. That's not what they're gonna do. So she's gonna have to get used to that, because Mom has spoiled her rotten, and you guys have known it for lots of reasons. One day I'll talk about it, but it's just very, very difficult. It's been very difficult, and nobody can judge me or walk in my, because you haven't walked in my shoes, so you don't know what we live with daily and have lived with daily in order to function and to have peace and quiet and tranquility and all of that. So yes, she was spoiled. She was very, 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 very spoiled and given what she wanted and for certain reasons. So that's going to be a little backlash now. It's going to be a backlash over there, But I think that, because it's almost like she knows that it's not going to be the same there. She knows, there are going to be certain rules and certain things, and I think they're ones that she could live with, and and hopefully she'll acclimate to all of them, and so we'll see. So she goes tomorrow after program. We're going to bring her there, bring her clothes, get her all kind of set up as much as we can, and then she's going to stay. Wednesday. She'll sleep there Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to see if she wants to come home Friday. If she wants to come home Friday for the weekend, she could come home. It's totally up to her. I'm going to let her decide that the first weekend what she wants to do. If she feels like she's a little homesick, she wants to come home the first week, that's completely fine with me. She could stay the weekend, and then I'll bring her back on Sunday night. You know what I mean? So, and if she comes home most of the weekends, or even if she comes home like on a Saturday or a Friday or whatever, one day of the weekend if she wants, at least she'll have something to look forward to during the week. She'll know she's coming home, she'll be excited or whatever. And I think that, and like her manager said, that will probably help her as far as, transitioning into the whole situation. So she's excited. I'm excited. Yesterday, like I told you, was an emotional day. I cried most of the day, and I think too also because of the death in my family. My brother-in-law passed away, so that was really sad. So I was crying because of that. I was crying because Jennifer's leaving. I was crying. I was just in an emotional wreck yesterday. But I'm doing better, and I'm just trying to take every moment as it comes, and just know that I know in my heart, my husband and I and my family know that this is the right thing for her. It really is the right thing for her. She's going to thrive. She's very, very outgoing. She loves people. She loves to do things. She loves to live life. And so it's going to be the best thing for her. Is it going to be perfect? I don't think so. Is it going to be without any issues? I don't think so. I think there's going to be some issues. But I think they're going to be workable. And I think that, she'll find her place in there. And with all of our help, with all support, our help, their help, everybody come together, and I think it'll all be okay. And the worst thing that could possibly happen is that she doesn't acclimate to it. She doesn't like it. She's really miserable, and the only thing else would happen was that she comes home. So that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. And if that happened, it would have to be after a very, very long trial period and a very trying really hard, because supposedly this house is perfect for her. So it like I said, it checked all the boxes but one. And so it's really, really important. So this is why we jumped on it. Because I tell you, if the house wasn't so perfect, I might have passed on this one, because it was just very quick, very, very quick. It happened all very quickly. And it happening at a time that really is very stressful financially, responsibility, just everything. All kinds of issues were in this whole scenario that kind of happened at once. So the house had to be perfect in order for us to let her go, because there's a lot of stress in it. But in the long run, it's the right decision. It's going to be a good decision, and it's going to be great. So that's all you can do, guys. All you can do is raise your kids and want the best for them, and you can only hold on to them for so long, and it's hard being a parent. It's so bittersweet, because you birth them, and you nurture them and comfort them and love them and take care of them, and then and you teach them to be independent and to go on without you, and and to be their own people. But then it's hard for you to watch them be their own people, like I experienced with my daughter Julie. I mean, it was very hard for me to let her go, and it's still hard. I mean, she's still she's 28, almost 28 years old, 27 years old, and she goes to work, and I still have her text me. I'm at work, just because I worry, I've always been that type of mother, overly worry, very protective and all of that. But so it's you know how it is to be a parent. It's you never, and not until I had my own children and my children are older and all of that did I ever understand how my parents felt. I wish they were here. I talk to them and I say, Mom and Dad, I'm so sorry. I understand now what you meant. I understand how you felt. I understand now. I understand, and my daughter is understanding a little bit now. Julie, she's understanding it a little bit now because she's experienced a little bit of it. And she said, like, she now she kind of knows how I feel a little bit with certain things. And as she has her kids and gets married and has her kids and all of that, she will know. And she knows already. So, you don't know until you become a parent. So if you're not a parent, if you have nieces and nephews that you take care of or friends or whatever, the love that you have for them and the security that you want for them and the well-being, and all of that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so that's what's going on here. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Talk about Jen and talk about the transition. These clothes here are clothes that I'm going to talk to her about that I think I'm just going to leave here at the house. There's some, pants and some winter pajamas and a couple of shirts that she wouldn't wear, out of the house. I don't want her I want to make sure that I don't send her with any shirts that have holes in it or anything like that, because Jennifer really won't know. She'll put it on, she'll wear it out of the house, and they won't really probably even notice. I don't know. So all that stuff that's not really feasible for outside of the house, I'm not going to send. And then she'll have pajamas. She's got pajama shirts and stuff like that, and she's got these new pajamas that we got her. And a couple of night shirts, which she'll wear with pajama pants. But when she comes in, she should be home any minute. I want to ask her what a couple of the night shirts I want to leave here. I want to leave one or two here so when she comes, she has something. And, of course, some underwear she needs to leave here, too, so she has some clothes. Otherwise, she's just going to have to keep bringing stuff back and forth, and I'd rather her not do that. I'd rather leave some stuff here so this way, because she's going to be here a lot. She's probably going to be here every weekend or every other weekend or one day a weekend. I don't know. Maybe one day during the week. We'll see. I don't know. So that's the thing. So it's just navigating everything, guys. And thank you so much for being here and supporting me and listening to me and your advice and your help and everything, guys. I appreciate you so much. You don't understand what a sounding board you guys are. You really are amazing. I love all of you, and I appreciate all your friendships and all your help and advice. It really, really, really does help. It really does help. I look forward to coming on every day and doing my What's for Dinners and, creating with you guys and all of that. And so I just want to keep going. So I don't know what's in store for me next. I'm Jennifer leaving. I'm going to have a lot more time to create and a lot more time to do things and have a lot of time on my hands. So we'll see about that empty nest syndrome, how I'm going to deal with that. I'm probably going to have some sad days and some, upset days, but, it is what it is. And if there's one day that I can't function on and I don't come on, I will always leave a statement in the community page stating, that I'm not coming on today. I'm feeling under the weather. I'm usually always honest with you. And I tell you I'm under the weather, or I'm just not feeling it today, or I don't feel well, or, because when I come on here, I am myself. I always want to be myself, my true, authentic self, okay? So that's why you see a lot of stuff that happens that I put on the videos, like, my husband and I talking maybe about a conversation, or, I look at everything that I video. Things that aren't appropriate or for anybody else's ears do not go on, or whatever I feel is appropriate and my family feels appropriate and they're comfortable with is what I do. But I want to be my authentic self. So if I come on here and I'm not feeling well, I will tell you. Like, I'll say I'm having a bad day today, guys. I'm on here. I'm going to do the What's for Dinner, but I'm not really feeling that happy. I'm not in a great mood. And that'll be that. And that'll be that. And I'll just be who I am. And so thank you guys for accepting me for who I am and all of my imperfections and all of that, and my annoying things that I do, and everything. Again, guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel and always appreciating. I always appreciate all of you, and I love you guys. So thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to go because I got to get all this stuff in the suitcase. And she's going to be home any minute. She's going to come through the door barreling away, talking and chatting and chatting and chatting. And you'll see her probably on the What's for Dinner. I'll have her say hello on the What's for Dinner. So I'll be on later with What's for Dinner. But yeah, so we're going to go. So that was my Talk About It Tuesday, guys. I hope you all having a great, great, great Tuesday. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because when you subscribe, you really help my channel grow. And I so appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the notification button with that bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Bye.